Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope we're all doing very, very well. Big up to all of you. Got my raw cloth, my Raslov hat. That's how you pronounce it, isn't it? Raslov. My 50-50 hat with Chelsea on one side and Real Betis on the other side. I thought, why not? Why not? Let's do it. I bought the hat. Might as well wear the hat. Kev will be jumping on very shortly. And we're going to go through all of the latest Chelsea news regarding everything going on at the club at the moment. This is a slightly earlier stream for the reason that we can't actually do the stream at 1 o'clock, so we are doing it slightly earlier. So apologies if you do end up missing the stream. I do apologize. I would love to do it at 1, but I just can't. And nobody else can do it. So that is why we're doing it a little bit earlier. So we're going to dive into all of the latest news regarding the club. And we're going to speak about everything that's going on at Chelsea with the goalkeeping situation. There's a lot of drama around that. We know that Maignan is looking to join Chelsea. He wants to join Chelsea. He's told AC Milan that he wants to join Chelsea. We also know that there's a lot of uncertainty around our other keepers. Robert Sanchez is being linked with a move to West Ham potentially. We know that he'll probably end up leaving, especially if we sign another keeper. Petrovic, we don't know what's going to happen there. Again, this Maignan deal, a lot of things sort of hang in the balance of that particular deal. Mike Penders as well. God, we haven't spoken about Penders. You know, people are saying, I'm hearing that he's ready for the Premier League. He's Premier League ready. He's not going to start for Chelsea though, is he? So he's not that ready. He'll end up going out on loan, whether it's to Strasbourg or something like that. That's what I think will happen. And we just have a lot of goalkeepers, people. We have a lot of goalkeepers and we have a lot to discuss. And yeah, we're going to see what happens. I know that Maignan didn't have a good game for France against, who was it? Spain last night. They lost, was it 5-4? In the end, I know he didn't have a good game. But I wouldn't judge someone from one game. I wouldn't use that particular game to judge him. But I mean, if that's I don't know. If that's a tactic from our side, a negotiating tactic, look how we played against France. Santiago, big up to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. We've got almost 50 of you in the building, guys. Let's get straight up there. Smash the like button and let's get straight up to 20 likes on the video. Okay, we've got 5 as it stands. Working our way back slowly. Big up to all of you. Appreciate your time. Thanks for jumping on as well. Smash that like button, guys. Let's get straight up to 20 likes on the video. Come on, people. Let's go. Big up to Tom as well. I hope you're doing well. He said, I watched Brazil versus Ecuador. Caicedo was the best player on the pitch. Esteval played well with linking up with Grimares and Richarlison. Well, that's good to see, mate. That's good to see. Oh, look. You join me now. How are we doing, Kev?
Yeah. What's going on, brother? How are we?
We've gone from the 10 p.m. to the 12 o'clock, mate. It's all happening, man.
So I told you, man, I'm a man of my word, bro. I am here. And it's always a pleasure, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. I'm wearing my raw claw hat for the first time.
I'm seeing that, yeah. That's really good. But
it's a 50-50 hat, though. I got Chelsea on one side and I got Betis on the other.
Well, I'm afraid that needs to be I'm not going to say, but put somewhere that we're not into the 50-50 scarves and 50-50 hats, bro.
Yeah, but it's not a scarf, is it? It's a hat.
Still.
You know the reason I got it? Do you know the reason I got it? Is they had Chelsea shirts, but they weren't in my size.
So you just got a cap in.
So I just had to make do with what I had.
Yeah, well, it's memorabilia in it. So
memorabilia, mate.
Yeah, there you go.
Look, if we would have lost now the 50-50 on it, would have been different, but we didn't lose, so it's all right.
Yeah. I'll let you off this one. I'll let you off.
Twice in a week, we've been blessed with Kev again. Look at that. What a blessing. There you go, Kev.
Thank you very much.
Take the compliment, mate. Martin says Maignan had a move on his mind, hence the bad performance for France. Yes, it's very true. Although Neil says most of the goals he didn't have a chance with. So maybe we should take that with a pinch of salt for Maignan. France started with 3 of a back 4 playing together for the first time. They got carved open quickly in the first half before settling in. Those goals weren't Maignan's fault. Big up to Kevin. He says, hi from the Royal Free Hospital. Just had a liver transplant. Nice to see you. Well, good to see you as well, Kevin. And I hope the transplant went well. Yeah, that's quite a big procedure. So you've done very well coming out.
Big up to yourself. Big up to yourself, Kevin. What a legend. And for you to be jumping on and watching the stream while you're probably in a lot of pain, go to show, man. Big up to yourself, and hopefully you recover as quick and healthy as possible, mate. Yeah, speedy recovery, Kevin. Good to see Daniel as well. Osman to Saudi is over. They pulled out after he rejected their latest terms of 40 million per year. He rejected it. What the fuck? We've got no chance of getting him. He knows what he can get, though. He knows what he can get. He's the best striker in the world, isn't he? Well, Mbappe, Haaland do a similar mold, so he's top 3 striker in the world. He knows that he can get 500 grand a week. That's I think he's holding out for. He wants Ronaldo wages, which he should be getting, because okay, Ronaldo's got the reputation, but he hasn't got the skill anymore. Ronaldo's coming to the end. Osimhen is in his prime for a striker, so he should be getting equally the same amount of wages as Ronaldo. So he's waiting out for those 750 million pound a week kind of wages, which is understandable. He can get that, can't he, in Saudi Arabia? I don't think he'll get it, though. Al Hilal are the biggest team, and he's not getting the bag. Yeah. He's been offered 40 million a year, Kev. Fucking hell, bro. 40 mil. That is not far off 750 grand a week. Yeah. I reckon he might stay in Turkey, to be honest with you. Nobody else is going to pay. He's still on contract in Napoli, isn't he? That's the thing. Yeah, but he don't want to be there. Doesn't want to be in Napoli. He's still on contract in Napoli. So, to be fair to you, mate, he's in a good dilemma, isn't he? He could come to England, take a bit of a paycheck, play in the best league in the world. You go to Saudi Arabia, get a massive amount of money, or he could stay at Napoli and still earn a substantial amount there. So he's in a good position, mate. So he's not going to be in a rush. But I feel like this Osimhen speculation that has been happening the last few months and the last year, I don't think we'll ever get him. But there's no way we're going to match this guy's demands. He wants 350 a week. We are not going to offer him that at Chelsea. So one of them things. But what can we do? Like I said, we've gone and signed a lap. That's a good signing. Hopefully we can try and pull someone else in as well. I think that, I mean, Fabrizio is reporting that the interest from Galatasaray is strong. I mean, we know that the interest is strong, but they're not offering 40 million a year. That's for certain. We know that's not the case. They'll just pay his wage for what it is right now. So I don't see why. I just don't get it. I don't get it. 40 million. 40 million a year. Unbelievable. He doesn't want the bag. He doesn't want to play at the highest level. So what do you want? Maybe he just wants the love he gets in Turkey, mate, because he's really appreciated in that league. They love him. Yeah. It's crazy, bro. They absolutely love him, but come on. It's the Turkish league. They love everybody. They love every player who goes over there. It's not an unknown thing. It's just a crazy situation, isn't it? I feel like Saudi Arabia is going to be where he's going to end up. 100%. I feel like he's waiting out to get more. He knows he can get more. So he's just going to see how much more millions he can get out of him before he signs the contract, and he's gone. You know, we can't compete with those kind of wage demands. Or that's his career gone. But maybe you never know. He could do a Viega, Viega, who went to Al Hilal a couple of seasons ago. Now he's gone to Porto. He's gone over there, got the bag, and come back to Europe. So you never
No, he
know.
went to Al Ali. Al Ali.
Al Hali. Yeah, one of
Yeah,
them
and
teams.
he
Yeah,
took apparently took a 90% pay cut
yeah.
or something
Come back
like
to
that.
Europe.
It was a
Come back to
massive
Europe.
pay cut.
So maybe that's what Asherman's going to do. Go over there for a couple of seasons, get his fucking 80 million or whatever he's going to get, and then come back. From
Big
a,
ups to the guy.
from a business perspective, it makes fucking sense. Would you do this? I'm in England now and I'm earning 40k a year, but there's a job in Saudi Arabia offering me 150k a year. I'm going to go over there for 2 years, stack up and come back, bro. Anyone in that position would do the same thing, brother. So
You'll
fair
get
play.
taxed on that though, won't you?
Don't get taxed in Saudi Arabia. There's no tax.
Nah, but you come back to England within 2 years, you get taxed on it.
All right, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I think you've got to be there for at least 3 years
Yeah.
to not get taxed, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. I know it's like that in Dubai, I think. I don't know if it's the same in Saudi. Let me know about that as well. Because that's why a lot of these players in Saudi are signing 3-year deals, because that's when they don't get taxed. But I'm like, let me know. I'm not sure about all the details. I'm intrigued. What's my thought on Chalobah being linked with Napoli? I mean, I'm hardly surprised, to be honest with you. I'm hardly surprised. He's a good player, and Napoli are looking for bargains, aren't they? They're looking for good players. He's a good player, and it's probably a cheap option. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Napoli are so smart with the players they've signed. That's why they've won the league. They look for bargains and have got probably one of the best coaches in the game. The profit they made off Casavilla alone, the profit they made off him, massive profits, and they won't invest it all into players. You know, they won't go out and spend every penny. They'll look for reasonable size, like Lukaku, for instance. Like they signed him for next to nothing, and he's gone and scored how many goals this year? McTominay. So Chalobah being another
been unreal, mate.
Hey,
I said McTominay's been unreal,
absolutely unreal. So Chalobah will go there and do the same thing. There's no doubt in my mind. So the thing with Chalobah is, I feel like if we sign another centre back, his time's limited. That's my only, you know, I love Chalobah as a player. I think he's Chelsea through and through, and he always does his best. But is he that quality is he that standard of quality that we need? I don't think he is. I think as a squad player, yeah. But I would have, if we sign another centre back, I wouldn't want to see him sitting around and rotting. It's probably best for him to go somewhere else and use his talents. So probably makes sense if he did get moved on, but only if we replace him with someone better.
Anyone in particular that you have in mind?
We talked about Laporte last night. That stature, that experience, that model of player. It's got to be 28 to 31. 28 to 31 years old we're looking for. We're not looking for... I think we've got linked with this Bournemouth defender. What's his name? He's gone to Real Madrid.
Alexander-Arnold? What?
No, the one that went to Real Madrid, the Bournemouth defender, centre-back, Spanish one.
Oh, Dean Huijsen.
Yeah. So we got linked with him, and I was... I'm not quite sure. I think, yeah, potentially, yeah, there's a world-class defender in there. But I thought we need to go for someone with Champions League. You need experience, bro. We need Levi Colwell with someone who he can learn off. And I feel that Dean Huijsen is not that kind of guy, bro. So we're looking at Laporte. You're looking at Jimenez from Atletico Madrid. You're looking at Bastoni. You're looking at Marquinhos. You're looking at quality, experienced defenders. Laporte. He has someone in that mold. That's what I'm looking for. It's either that or just stick with Chalobah, bro. There's no point taking that Chalobah to replace him with someone with less experience. It just makes no sense. It makes no sense. Maignan as a goalkeeper, Laporte. We're going for players over 26. That's what we need right now. Experience, bro. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, interesting as well. It's come out from Max from London's First. Understand Maresca has asked for more players to come in for the Club World Cup and wants to work with as many as possible, starting from the group stage games. So he wants some more signings coming in. Obviously, we know we've got a couple that are going to be here. We've got Esteval, Kendrick Pires is going to be part of the squad. We've got Andre Santos. Petrovic is going to be back with us. Delap. There are a few names. But we were also hearing there was another tweet by Max which said Maresca would like at least one ball carrier to force an issue against deep blocks. Sporting directors looking at wide players and 10s who can do such. Hence links with Rodgers, Simmons, Kudos, etc. West Ham value Kudos at 70 million. Chelsea sitting more at 45 to 50. Shout out to Goldberg for the early call. I've also heard that Eze is on the list of potential targets.
Yeah. Eze would be an absolute no-brainer.
It's all about the price, isn't it? If the price is right, the price is right.
Saliba and £20 million. There you go. They're all done.
You happy with that?
Saliba and £20 million, or around about that. Yeah, I don't think he's worth more than 40 million. But Eze, for what he's done at Crystal Palace, the guy's an absolute legend there. He won him the FA Cup, man. Like, you got to put some. He's well ahead of a Palace level. He's a top 6 player. Obviously, Arsenal have been linked with the guy as well. I'd be more than happy to see Eze come to Chelsea. He's got everything as a modern day number 10. Strong on the ball, quick feet, can finish, rapid, good ball carrier. Everything that you need from modern day number 10, you're getting with Eze. So why not go for someone? And you're not going to exactly break the bank with him as well. We've got a good relationship with Crystal Palace, with Ben Chilwell and Chalobah the last few months. So maybe offer him both, Chilwell and Chalobah. You just never know. So that would make sense. It'd make a lot of sense.
Yeah, we definitely need a ball carrier. And I think that when we talk about low blocks as well, I mean, that will help. I mean, yeah, that type of system. We've seen that Madueke is a good player to have in that sense. So, I've heard that we're open to potentially selling Madueke. I don't really know why we'd do that. Neto as well, you're whipping in crosses. Sancho, different type of profile, but he's not going to be part of the squad next season. So I'd be pretty happy with a player like Kudos coming in. Rodgers, don't see it happening. I don't think Villa will sell. And Simmons as well. I mean, he's playing for Leipzig at the moment. I don't know why. I'm not really sure if we'll offer what they want, because they paid an awful lot of money for Simmons.
You're not getting Simmons for anything under 80 million. I don't think you.
That's what they paid for him, though. I mean, for a team like Leipzig as well to pay that kind of money for a player, they'll be looking to make a significant profit if they want to sell, or at least get their money back.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure I see that happening. Let's run through a couple of things. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's have a look. Never all right on the 50-50. Oh, we're still going with that. Yeah, but there was nothing else there. So I wanted to get some memorabilia for the cup final. I'm not out here wearing 50-50 scarves every week.
Alex, man, you're not doing yourself. You should have just kept that Betis. You should have kept that Betis flag. So you should have told me that. We could have seen it. Nah. Thingy, man, just get a black market pen.
The other way around. Big up to CFC Focus Daily, CFC Focus. Hope you're doing well. If Saudi don't meet more wage demands, hardly anyone else with. We're talking about Osman there. That's fair. It is a bit greedy, isn't it? Let's be honest. It is greedy. Any idea as to who our new front of shirt sponsor could be for next season? I'm not sure, to be honest with you, Brendan. I'm really not. I think there's a good chance that we potentially stick with the Mac for a little bit longer. maybe even during the Club World Cup. I think they could extend. Having said that, now that we have Champions League football, I don't think we're going to be short of offers. So I think we will be getting some good offers from some better brands. The Jordan deal has been spoken about a lot. So maybe there's some potential that we go with the Jordan deal and see what happens there. But hey, who knows? We'll have to see what happens. I did see the video of Estevao as well. He looked quite good when he was playing for Brazil, but from what I hear, he just needs to improve his physicality. But one-on-one, he seems to be a great option. Chelsea have offered a 75 million bid for Fermin Lopez. Where's that from? Who said that?
I'm done with the speculation. We're getting linked with every player across the world, across the globe at the minute, man. Right.
Who put that link out? Neil said he saw a comment from another YouTuber that Maresca will give Sterling another chance.
I've heard it all.
Who's this YouTuber, Neil? Spill the beans, mate. Spill the beans.
I don't want to see Sterling nowhere near us, man. For him to go to Arsenal, how can he ever come back again, bro? It's for him to prop Arsenal up like he's going to do massive things there. I'm coming to Arsenal to do well.
Okay.
Arsenal, the biggest team in London, rare, and then it's not worked out for him, and he wants to come. No chance. No chance. No chance, mate. He can go and hit rolls out of his free kick somewhere else. Go. He needs to learn Arabic. That's what he needs to do. You probably go and get 500 grand there.
Yeah, that's true.
Go on.
This guy's got all the news. What's going on? Where is the source? Daily CFC Focus. Where is your sources? Where is your sources, mate?
I think they're in his cupboard. I think he's got barbecue. I think he's got garlic mayo. He's got a few sauces in his top cupboard, by the looks of it.
What?
He said, "Where's your sauces?" I said, "He's got a few in his top cupboard. Like he's got tomato
He said
sauce."
my source is X and Google. Yeah, but who? Who is the source? You can't just say X and Google. It's like, where do you live, Kev? I live on the planet Earth.
Who said that?
No, it's like it's an analogy.
Oh, I live next door to my neighbor.
Good answer. Good answer. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It is in his top cupboard. There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what Brad's dad has to say. If we want a ball carrier, how can people be sleeping on Grealish? Draws more fouls than any other player in the league. Experience and look at the player he was at Villa. Also worked with Enzo. I'll be honest with you. I think that under Poch, this would be a great signing. But I don't think he's the Maresca type of player.
Where's he worked with Enzo?
When he was at Man City, because Maresca was there.
Nah, because he was the Premier League 2 manager, not the assistant to anyone. He had no dealings.
He became Pep's assistant, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He did. I promise you he did. When Arteta went to Arsenal, he became Pep's assistant.
Probably very briefly, very shortly then, for very short.
He was there for at least a season or two.
Yeah. Grealish, though, nah. No chance.
I would have been behind this a year ago if Poch was still our manager, but not with Maresca. Don't think it's a good fit. Grealish needs freedom to operate, freedom to roam.
Yeah.
He's not a player who likes to just stick out wide. He wants to be able to go wherever he wants to go and do what he needs to do. Grealish doesn't want to pass the ball. He wants to fucking carry it. And I think the system that Guardiola plays and Maresca play a similar system.
Guardiola ruined him as a player. Guardiola is your typical street kind of footballer. Like he just gets the ball and just wants to make things happen. I think the way Guardiola sets up his team, with it being so structured, it completely ruined his game to the point where he's just dead robotic. He'll run up down the line, cut back, and there's nothing to his game. If you're talking about the Grealish of Aston Villa, all through it, the guy was phenomenal. He was one of the best up-and-coming English talents, probably the best player to grace the Championship. He was banging in volleys. He was doing all kinds of stuff. But nah, nowhere near. Grealish is not the player that we need right now. We need players who play with freedom, and Grealish is not that player anymore. Unfortunately, he's been what's the word I'm looking for? Pep Guardiola has made him too robotic.
Yeah, it's true. Very predictable.
Predictable. Yeah.
No, it's a shame what's happened to Grealish. I hope he gets a move and goes somewhere else. I think he needs a move to another team. I mean, he won't get a move to a top team, I don't think, playing the way he has been. But
back to Villa.
I don't even think that Villa would be a good fit anymore, to be honest with you. I think that you've got to go lower than that. I think that really you're looking at
West Ham, someone like that.
I think you're looking at a West Ham, a Palace, a Bournemouth, a Brighton. Yeah, that's what I think you're looking at. I don't think he's good enough for Villa. Not the way he's been playing. Yeah. And who's he gonna play over? Because Morgan Rogers is really going to start in that position now. Who plays on the left for Villa? Is it Rogers or he plays in the 10? I've got Liam Bailey. Oh God, why can't I think of Villa's squad off the top of my head?
Let me tell you. They've been playing John McGinn there. He gets in over John McGinn every single day of the week.
Spurs. That's an interesting. Yeah, you know what? Spurs. Yes, good shout. Good shout.
Yeah,
I'm with you with that on that one, Brad's dad. I'm with you on that one. Absolutely savage in the chat. Should I keep sending the news? No. Absolutely savage. Fair enough.
I'm all for it. I'm all for the
honesty is the best policy, guys. Honesty is the best policy. Right. We've got to speak briefly about Kepa as well, because he's been linked with Arsenal. We spoke about this a little bit yesterday. Arsenal are informed on the £5 million release clause for Kepa as an option to be David Raya's backup. Initial talks took place to be informed on deal conditions, as Sky UK reports. And this is what Will has to say about the £5 million transfer budget. So it's safe to say he's happy, like a lot of us, that we can get Kepa off of our books.
Yeah. Yes. Don't want to talk about this guy again, man. I can't wait to the back of him, man. This guy should have been sold after the Carabao Cup final more than years ago, under Sarri, when he refused to come off the pitch. That should have been the last.
Mate, that was disgrace. We lost that cup final because of Kepa. Because Caballero is a goalkeeper, he's a penalty specialist.
Yeah.
He was on the bench. He played for City. He'd come to Chelsea. It was like, duh. Obviously, he's going to fucking save their penalties. He always does.
Yeah.
He always did.
And then Kepa was like, no, fuck off. I'm staying on the pitch. And then, oh man, how embarrassing for a manager. How embarrassing. Like, you don't even get this at Sunday League level, where players refuse to come off the pitch. But in a cup final, imagine how degrading and how embarrassed Sarri must have felt after that game. That was it then for me. We should have released him from his duties then, and we continued to.
He got dropped for the next game, which was against Tottenham. He got dropped for that game.
Should have just been dropped for good. Should have been dropped for good. Should have never been nowhere near a Chelsea shirt ever again, just for the disrespect disrespect to the manager, his players, the club, the fans, everybody. And we kept him on for another season, and he just regressed. And the season he's had at Bournemouth has been a good one, but man, I don't want to even hear this guy's name again. Like I said, he's 4 years over his stay. Literally.
I don't know if Kepa's been awful, to be honest, guys. From what I've heard, he's been okay at Bournemouth. I don't think he's been awful.
No, he's been good. He's been good at Bournemouth. Some of the
I've
saves
heard,
he pulled
I've
off
heard
last
good
year.
things about what he's done.
Brilliant. He was good, but I don't care how good he was. There's no way this guy should be anywhere near Chelsea. He should have been gone 4 years ago. I don't know why he's even still around. Get him gone. Get him off the books.
But he was going to be our starting goalkeeper, and then he decided that he didn't want to be here anymore. And then he obviously went off to Real Madrid. And he did play quite a lot for Real Madrid because they had Courtois out injured, but then he got replaced by the Ukrainian goalkeeper. I can't remember his name. Lumin. Yeah, Lumin. And Lumin was great when he come in. So Kepa never got any minutes after that. But well, I presume Bournemouth are not paying all of his wages. So that's what you mean by 75k a week. But his actual wages is about 170. So yeah, I don't think there's any complaints on that side. Interesting as well. The Sun did an interview with Cole Palmer, and it's quite a cool interview, to be fair. He was talking about Delap and everything with that side. He actually called Delap one of the best strikers in the Premier League, and some people are shocked by that. I'm not particularly shocked, to be honest with you, because I don't think he's entirely wrong, to be honest with you.
You know
if
what?
You actually look at everyone that's out there.
The standards of striker, the standard of strikers. Now, the standard of strikers in the Premier League so far is absolutely abysmal. Let's be real. It's not hard to be in contention to be a top striker in the Prem when you think Haaland is absolutely miles ahead clear. Just think of what the top teams have got of their strikers now. Arsenal have got Kai Havertz. We've got Nicholas Jackson. United have got Rasmus Højlund. So the top 6 teams, Tottenham have got what's his name, Richarlison, and what's his name from Bournemouth, old Chelsea striker. What's his name?
Say that again.
Old Chelsea striker. What's his name?
For who?
Tottenham.
Solanke.
Yeah, Solanke. There's no top strikers in the Prem. Liverpool have got Nunes. So
I mean, there's some pretty good strikers in the Prem, Kev. There's some pretty good ones.
Nah.
It's not bad, is it? It's not bad.
Nah.
I mean, if you look at the strikers who got 20 goals or more, Chris Wood got 20 goals. And Buemo from Brentford got 20 goals. Haaland 22.
He's not a striker,
Isak 23. And Salah is a winger, really.
They're not strikers.
So, I mean,
I'm talking about an out-and-out striker, Alex. There's not.
Well, I would say Isak.
Isak, yeah.
Buemo can play as a striker. Chris Wood's
not an striker. He's a winger.
He can play as a striker.
He's
He got Wissa as well. He can play in that area. He's got 19 goals.
Are you telling me these players are top quality strikers, bro? Wissa,
they've got almost 20 goals, so they're doing all right.
I don't care, bro.
What's your metric on a top striker then?
It's just not that.
The whole point of being a striker is that you score goals.
I'm talking about an out-and-out striker. They're not out-and-out strikers. Wissa is not an out-and-out striker. The wingers getting goals from the wingers getting goals. They're not. Salah is not a striker. There's no. I'm talking about an out-and-out striker. I'm talking about a number 9. There's none.
No, there are number 9s. There are. That's not true.
There's hardly any, bro. There's hardly any. So
who have we got? We've got Isak, who's a 9. Haaland's a 9. Chris Wood is a 9. Ollie Watkins a 9. Larson from Wolves is a 9. Mateta's a 9. Delap's a 9. And those are the ones that have got the most goals
Bro.
that I can see in the top.
You know
sort
what?
of,
I hate to keep going off the past. I hate to keep going off the past, but bro, I grew up watching. Every team had 3 strikers in the team, bro, that were clear out of any like. And when we're talking about Bueno and Larson from Wolves, into a conversation about top strikers, bro, goes to show. But what I'm saying is, it's true. It's facts, bro. There's not many top class strikers in
and
the
they're
game,
getting
bro.
20 goals, Kev. What are you talking about? They've had a great season.
Did Larson get 20 goals a season?
No, he
No.
got about 14.
Mateta get 20 goals a season? No.
What did Mateta get? He got 14 as well. Both more than Jackson, by the way.
It's just bad, bro. The levels are bad. So
Jackson got 10.
Who?
Jackson got 10 goals.
What? Yeah.
He was better last season than he was this season.
Yeah.
Brad says this fella still thinks the team should be playing 4-4-2 by the
Yeah, I'm old school. I'm old school, bro. Like I said, I don't like to live in the past, bro. But I can tell you now, man, the old striker of what I grew up on, bro, was gone, bro. There's none like it. There's literally none like it there. Yeah, probably all right. I'm old school 4-4-2. I do play 4-4-2 in my team as well. To be fair,
do you play 4-4-2?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, diamond.
And what do you have? Do you have the big man up top with someone next to him?
Basically, yeah. I have a big man up top. He holds the play up, and I have another guy that runs off the back of him.
Classic.
Old school. Yeah.
Fair play. Fair enough. Kelly saying we aren't interested in Rodrigo. It's all the wages, mate. It's the wages. That's the thing. We're not willing to pay the wages, and the transfer fee is going to be extortionate. I mean, we're talking 80 million, upwards of that. So I just don't think it's going to happen with Rodrigo. It just doesn't seem like a realistic deal, to be quite frank. A bit like Osimhen. Man wants someone like Harry Maguire up top.
I do, bro. This is a beast, bro.
I mean, at least you're admitting it. I'll give you that,
bro. Chris Wood, for me, is the striker I like, bro. Chris Wood is a threat, bro. This is why the guy's got 20 goals, bro. The guy's a threat, bro. We've seen it against Forest last game of the season. I kept on saying to you, bro. It's hard to
we saw against Forest. He missed 2 sitters, mate.
Well, I wouldn't say there was. I wouldn't say, yeah.
Nah,
yes
they
and
were
no.
clear.
But at least he's getting the opportunity to get. He's in the box, bro. He's on the back stick. He's making it hard for defenders to pick him up, bro. That's what I want from a striker, bro. I don't want my striker dropping to the halfway line and spinning and stuff like that. I don't care about that shit, bro. I just want someone in the box who's going to stick it in the net, bro. Chris Wood is your typical kind of striker that I like, bro. Chris Wood, for me, as funny as it sounds, bro, if he wasn't for his age, I'd like a Chris Wood at Chelsea, bro. That's what we need.
But Delap is so similar, mate, in a lot of ways. He's physical.
Chris Wood, nothing like him, bro.
He's very physical, Delap. You can't deny that.
He's physical, bro. But
I'd argue he's more physical than Chris Wood,
bro. The guy wants to be out on the left-hand side. He wants to be on the right-hand side. He wants to be on the halfway line. He wants to be involved in the build-up play and link and play up, which is okay. But Chris Wood's not that guy. Chris Wood is in the box, bro. You cross the ball into the box, and Chris Wood will find a way to get on that ball. Delap's not that guy, bro. That's not his game. Same with Jackson. That's not their game. I just feel like we need to go for a strike of Chris Wood's mold. As funny as it sounds, bro. But the guy scored 20 goals, bro. You cannot throw dirt on you cannot. Okay, it's Chris Wood, isn't it? He's an old West Brom striker. You know what I mean? The standards, but bro, 20 goals in the Premier League campaign, bro. That's good, and I guarantee most of those was headers or tap-ins, bro. And I'm not bothered about that. That's a striker's job. That's all he needs to do is put that ball in the back of the net.
So we agree, Kev, that the other strikers are good. But you still just want Chris Wood?
I'd take Chris Wood over the majority.
Would you take Chris Wood? Okay, we'll go through the top 10 in the league. Would you take Chris Wood over Mateta?
No.
Okay.
Just because age. Mateta's 24, 25.
All right. Would you take Chris Wood over Strand Larson?
Of course.
Would you take Chris Wood over Ollie Watkins?
From last season, yeah.
Would you take Chris Wood over Wissa from Brentford?
Yeah, because Wissa's not an out-and-out striker.
Would you take Chris Wood over Mbeumo?
Because Mbeumo's not an out-and-out striker.
He got 20 goals.
He's not an out-and-out striker, though. He got that.
Okay. Would you take Chris Wood over Erling Haaland?
Nah.
I thought you were going to say yes.
Nah. Come on, brother.
Would you take Chris Wood over Alexander Isak?
No.
Okay. So there are other players you take over Chris Wood.
You know what it is? Isak, total different striker again to Chris Wood, isn't he? He's more of your, like I said, he's a link-up striker. He wants to be involved in play. If you told me who do you want as your out-and-out striker in the box, I'll take Chris Wood over Isak. But if you said to me, who do you want as your centre forward is going to drop deep, link play up, go wide, I'll take Isak. They're totally different. They've got total different attributes as players.
Yeah, that's true, mate. It's true.
Yeah,
true.
You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. I feel like a caliber striker of Chris Wood's ability, he's going to be in the box getting headers in. He's a threat with all the quality we've got out wide, with Neto getting balls in, by the way, whoever is going to be playing wide. You need someone to put the ball into. And that's what Forest pan first half against us last game of the season. Alanga was getting balls in, Gibbs White was getting balls in. They was all getting the balls in the box. And Chris Wood is making it difficult for us. That's what we need. Sometimes you have to, against a low block team, that's what you need. You need that. So this is what we need to be looking at, someone of that mold. I might sound crazy, but I know what I'm on about, bro. You know what I mean? I know what I'm on about.
Fair play. Fair enough. Let us know in the chat as well, guys. Would you take Chris Wood over some of the players I've mentioned? Where does Chris Wood rank on your top striker list? Where does he rank? Okay, we're going to speak about something very important, Kev. This is really big news. I would argue it's the biggest news of the whole day.
Go on.
This is very relevant to me and you.
Oh, right, bloody hell. Go on then.
Okay, Kev. Now, I don't want to get you too excited, so just, take a deep breath and all that. But Chelsea fans, if you go to the games, I have some fantastic news. Molson Coors becomes Chelsea's official beer partner, which means no more Singer, no more of that fucking Singer.
The thing is, it was Singer in a fucking can, bro. I was in the shed. They was pouring it out of a fucking can into a glass. Not even from the pump, bro.
Mate, usually we wouldn't be celebrating this, but I will take Carling every day of the week over Singer. The worst beer I've ever had in my lifetime. The worst beer I've ever seen, just period. I cannot think of a worse beer. Do you know how bad Singer is? All right, I'll tell you a story. I'm not necessarily proud of it, but I'll tell you the story anyway. I went to watch Chelsea Women's versus Man City with Cam earlier in the season. I'd never really been to a women's game properly and watched it all at the Bridge. Anyway, the truth is I got a bit bored. All right, we both got a bit bored, and we went into the concourse and we just started drinking during the match. And the beer was so bad, the singer was so bad, that we actually left the stadium to go to a pub and get a proper beer. That was how bad the singer was. So now all those Chelsea fans, and there are games where you're just stuck in the concourse, like, what was it, Legia Warsaw, where you're just like, I don't even want to go upstairs and watch the game, to be frank. I mean, you can watch on the telly anyway. So it's not like you're not watching it. Now we've got some good beers. We've got some good beers, people. This is fantastic news. I got a screenshot from my mate Michael, and he was like, proper Chelsea news. This is what we want to know. So Chelsea Football Club today announces a long-term partnership with Molson Coors Beverage Company, bringing Carling, the lager brand most associated with football, to fans at Stamford Bridge and Kingsmeadow from the 25-26 season onwards. Having first partnered with the club during the 90s and connecting with fans of the beautiful game for over 30 years, the collaboration with Molson Coors continues through Carling's long presence in football. An expanded offering with 11 new products available will be provided by Molson Coors for fans to responsibly enjoy across Stamford Bridge and Kingsmeadow stadiums. This will include Carling, Coors, Madri Exceptional, Madri 0%, Staro Pramen, Prava, Aspal, Recordlig, Doombar, Sharps Atlantic, and Salt Apocalypse. So we've got lots of new beers to choose from.
I'm just thinking
we've only been limited
how
to
much is going to be for a pint.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, it's going to be over £7 for a pint. Let's be honest.
More than that. It was £9 for a pint the last time I went, bro.
What?
It was like £8, £9. £8 it was.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that much. £8.
It's like £8 or something. Oh, it might have been somewhere else. But yeah, they're not cheap. Not cheap.
I'm with Brad's dad on this one. We should charge more for the pints, and then we can get Osman. Oh God. Oh yeah, let's put a poll up. That's a great. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Let's put a poll up. So, okay, let's start a poll. Best beer at Stamford Bridge. So we're going to have Madri. I'll put Singer on there. How do you spell Singer? Is it just S-I? Is it with an H?
S-I-N-G-A-H, I think it is.
Yeah. And then the Singer. I think I've got it. Prava. I quite like Prava, actually. What else is there? Carling. I won't let me pick any more options. Really? Is that it? Oh, those are the main ones, aren't they? So, best beer at Stamford Bridge. Put your votes in, people. I want to see what you've got to say. Me and Kev are waiting intently. Forget the football. This is the highlight of the day. You know, all of this nonsense about linked with this player and being linked with that player. We actually have some certainty. I will not be trying them all because I can't have Singer at the Bridge. So I will not be trying them all. Honestly, I'll probably be going for the 0% quite a lot of the time. But always good to have the variety. Right, we've only got 10 votes as it stands. Come on, people. Got over 80 of you in the building. Stick your votes in. Don't be scared. It's all anonymous. So far, we got. In fact, let's just let it be for a little bit. We'll let the poll just work its way up. We'll let the poll work its way up there. Okay. We've got more information on the beers from Dennington Bear. Just to add to the Delap versus Wood argument. Wood has 8 more goals in a better team, yes, but Wood also has worse ground duels and aerial duels and take-ons success rate. So this is what I'm saying, Kev. You might like Chris Wood, but I would say that Delap is a better striker in those ways. You say he's more physical, but actually, if you look at it, he's not winning his duels.
Wood has 8 more goals in better team, yes, but Wood has also got worse duels, aerial duels, and take-ons. So bring this up for me. Who scored the most headers? Who scored the most tap-ins? Bring me that stat up. Because I'm telling you now,
Probably Wood, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Probably Wood.
So it doesn't really matter how much duels you've won. If you're still getting more headings, doesn't really matter, does it?
He's playing in a better team.
The thing is, as well, it's probably won more
going to get more taps.
Ipswich are probably playing a different style of football. It all depends on the style of football the team are playing as well.
But he's just got better players around him. That's why he's scoring more. They're creating more chances.
Yeah. But that's not Delap's game, man. That's not his game. We all know that's not Delap's game. Chris Wood is in the box guy. Delap
does get in the box though, mate.
He does, but he still wants to do the dirty work. He still there's a clip that I seen a few days ago with him on the left hand side leaving.
Delap basically does it all. That's the beauty of it.
Sending Trev for a bag of chips on the left hand side. You wouldn't find Wood doing that. He wants to be involved with the build of play. He wants to be on the left and the right. He wants to be running the channels, etc. That for me is not an out and out striker.
Yeah, you're wrong. I think Delap is a proper striker, mate.
No.
Proper striker. And I'd say he's a proper modern day striker as well. Because he has those attributes that you wouldn't be able to get from Chris Wood. Anyway, I'm sorry that I couldn't put Cider in the poll. There was no space. I do apologize. You just got to make the most out of what you can see. Right, let's finish this article, Kev. So Blues fans both at home and abroad can also expect to see Carling rolling out an exciting new promotional activity next season. Molson's core support will extend to an upgrade for Frankie's, our sports bar and grill at Stamford Bridge, ensuring a range of experiences is available to visitors all year round. Oliver Bowden, Partnership Sales Director for Chelsea Football Club, said, "We are delighted to welcome Molson Coors to our family of partners. They have such an authentic connection to football from many years of supplying major sporting venues around the world. We know the team there will bring huge value to our match day infrastructure, ensuring we offer the best experience possible to our supporters." Yeah. All right, whatever. Okay, so that is the main. To be honest with you, I think that's the most positive news we've had all day. It's only the beginning of the day. We've still got a bit more.
I can't believe that the main focus of conversation is us signing the keeper, bro. Right now, I'm just like, Chelsea, man. Chelsea. Like, it's just like we've done all this good thing last week, and a bit of positivity around the club for once. And within a week, we've signed Delap good, and then we're going and signing the keeper. Like, I just don't feel like that's a priority right now, bro. I really don't. When you've got Petrovic, you can come in. We all know where the problems lay. Experience. We've been saying it for years. Experience. But we are yet to bring in experience, and let's see how it unfolds. But prioritizing the keeper at this point is just absurd. The need to be looking at the players in the field and probably looking to offload a few goalkeepers before we start looking to bring another one in. That's where my thoughts are at the minute. But yeah, coming off the back of a good period, mate, we've got to be happy with it. Champions League, a cup. So let the positivity continue. We can all be negative, but we've got to speak facts. So hopefully they get it right. We've got to get it right. These board members have got to get it right, bro. As we're just going to get humiliated in the Champions League. That's
I mean,
distinct.
Maignan is experienced, so I don't know what this whole thing is about him not being experienced. He's definitely.
Yeah, of course he is. I didn't say he wasn't.
No,
He's
I'm looking at the
experienced.
comment. I'm looking at the comment. Nelson.
Yeah, he is experienced, but we don't need to prioritize a goalkeeper when we've got 9 goalkeepers on the books already. What's the point? So
Well, the whole point is we've got one that's good enough in Petrovic.
Yeah.
This is my thing. We have a keeper who's good enough.
Do we need 10 goalkeepers, brother? 10 goalkeepers on the books. What a fucking waste of money. Offload a few keepers first and then bring one in. Don't have 9 on the books and bring another one in. Then you're left with 10 goalkeepers. Who the fuck's going to train 10? Do you know how much goalkeeper coaches you'll need pre-season to train 10 goalkeepers, brother? Can you imagine it? You'd have like fucking 3-4 goals set up. Just for goalkeepers, bro.
Got to take it in turns, mate. Rotate. Like we did at school.
Oh, fuck's sake.
No, each their own. Joe. Appreciate the kind message, mate. Just appreciate you guys for the daily stream. It's perfect for listening while getting the kids ready for school. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Although I will say, we usually do it at 1 o'clock. So, what time is it for you now, wherever you are? Because usually we don't do it at 12. I just did it now because, unfortunately, on a Friday for me, 1 o'clock's basically impossible. I got work in half an hour, so I can't stream for an hour at 1. Yeah, let me know what time it is. Just to finish off, Kev, we've got to speak a little bit about Ekitike as well, because it has come out that there's some news regarding Ekitike. €100 million package. Maresca really wants to get a striker in, another striker before the Club World Cup. So what's your take on that?
Good striker, good potential. I feel like he's more of an inbox threat than Delap and Jackson. But from what I've seen, is similar mold. He likes to get involved with the build-up. Absolutely rapid. Like he'd be the quickest player on our team, and I'm talking quicker than Mudryk. He's that rapid, strong, quick, fast, and can finish. But like I said, you have to have different characteristics of your players. There's no point getting the same players. And this is what my argument is you got Ekitike, a different kind of striker to Jackson and Delap. I don't think he is, bro. We need someone of a different
Would you take Ekitike over Chris Wood?
I'll take Chris Wood over him because he brings it something different.
You take Chris Wood over Ekitike?
I'm thinking at the box here. You've got Delap who can do Jackson. Jackson and Delap would like to do the dirty work, get involved. If that's not working, you bring on a Chris Wood and hoof it into the box and try and get their fucking header in, stuff like that. I just don't want 3 strikers that can do the same thing, bro. You need to have different characteristics.
They're different. That's the whole point, Kev. They're different. You know they're different.
You're not understanding
I understand
what I mean,
what
bro.
you're saying. You want proper 90s striker, mate. That's what you want.
Yeah.
You want a 90s striking. I'm with you there. But Maresca doesn't play that style.
Dion Dublin. Like fucking that kind of a Come on, just use the ball. Use the ball into the box. That's it. Obviously, yeah, okay, we don't play that style of football. Or Maresca said it, in a low block, you need to change the way you play. If a team's sitting back, you can't continue to keep playing this intricate tick-tack football because you're not going to be able to break the opponent's down. Sometimes you need to be more direct. You need to get the ball on the wing and just rip the balls in the box. And you got that striker who's got that presence just to fucking hit the ball in the net, bro. It's not rocket science, brother. You got to have different players for different molds. And that's what, that's what my thoughts are on stuff. But it's hard to understand. But I can see where I'm at with it, brother. I can see it.
Well, fair play to you, mate. No, fair play. I respect it. I respect it, man. Well, listen, big up to everyone. Smash the like button if you haven't already, guys. We've got about 50 of you, 49 of you. Smash the like button. So we do appreciate it. Let's get as close as we can to 100 because we've got about 100 of you in the building right now. Let us know as well in the comments, Ekitike or Chris Wood, who would you take? Kev goes for Chris Wood. Me personally, I'd probably pick Ekatike if I'm being totally honest. But maybe the price is a factor. If you can get Chris Wood on a cheaper, much cheaper deal, that could be.
The thing is, though, brother, yeah, no one can come at me. The guy scored 20 goals in the Prem. He's proven. He's a proven Premier League striker, bro. Ekatike's not proven, bro. So, yeah. As much as I sound fucking crazy, bro, right now, because I can't believe I'm even propping Chris Wood. That's the standard of strikers now. But, yeah. It wouldn't be bad business, bro. But, yeah, man. Thanks, everyone, for coming on, man. It's been a pleasure once again, Alex.
Always a pleasure, Kev. Thanks so much for jumping on again. Big up to everyone watching. I'm going to attempt to go live at the 10 o'clock show. Although Rachel don't want me to go live, but we'll see if I can get away with it. So hopefully I'll see you all much later on, and we will catch up soon. Big up to everyone, and enjoy the rest.